In 2018, a research team made up of researchers in political science and sociology from the Autonomous University of Barcelona and economics from the University of Barcelona initiated the project Models of Education from 0 to 3 years and Participation in the Labour Market, a study of social innovation in the city of Barcelona, funded by the La Caixa Foundation. That project, completed in 2021, was the genesis of the current work, which has expanded the research internationally. Several authors from 7 different cities and countries analyzed the challenges of social innovation in 03. The cases compared correspond to Barcelona, Oslo, Portsmouth, Seine-Saint-Denis, Venice, Tokyo, and Tel Aviv. The results have been compiled in a book published in 2024 by Emerald Publishing. We hear from the authors themselves. Raquel Gallego, Professor of Political Science at the Autonomous University of Barcelona.
In this book, we bring together social innovation, early childhood education and care, and policy learning. We analyze how and to what extent socially innovative practices in care and education for the under-3s are being institutionalized in the search for universalization in different welfare states. Since the early 2000s, the role of social innovation in the provision of services has become increasingly relevant in the context of welfare state retrenchment and recalibration. These practices draw attention to needs that neither the market nor the state are currently able to meet. They are characterized by bottom-up, citizen-led, communitarian approaches to co-production and responsibility sharing in the provision of services, in which citizens can have a greater say in issues that concern their own well-being. However, the evidence demonstrates a socio-economic bias in who participates in these initiatives, with highly skilled, although not necessarily affluent, middle-class citizens opting more for social innovation compared to more disadvantaged individuals. Although most socially innovative practices are citizen-led initiatives, some institution-led social innovation has also emerged, usually as a result of policy learning and different institutionalization processes. This makes it crucial to analyze not only how social innovation has developed, but also its implications for equality and welfare. Early childhood education and care is a case in point.
Lara Maestre-Pieri, Ramon y Cajal researcher at the Autonomous University of Barcelona.
Early childhood education and care crucially impacts on intersectional influence across different dimensions of inequality, such as education and gender-related issues. In fact, in recent years, one of the public policies that has received most political attention from international organizations and most investment at the national and local level has been preschool education for the under-3s. This has been in response both to the increasing pressure caused by the progressive integration of women into the labor market and also to the shift towards the social investment state, where childcare and other social policies are justified as long as they ensure productivity and economic growth of the knowledge society. However, the expansion of public childcare provision has not been sufficient to fulfill the demand, and in some pioneering cases, such as in France, the universalization of the services has been achieved thanks to the progressive integration of socially innovative schemes within public provision. In other cases, such as in Spain, these initiatives do not come under specific regulation and struggle to survive in a context of institutionalized public and private services that do not cover existing demand.
Sheila Gonzalez, tenure-track lecturer at the University of Barcelona.
In this framework, we pose different questions such as how does the interplay between public policies and social innovation affect the capacity of early childhood education and care to reduce inequalities, or how does policy learning from social innovation in early childhood education and care takes place? Finally, we wonder if institutionalization of social innovation favors a more equal participation of women and children in society. Our results show that the capacity of the public sector to learn from social innovation can produce positive benefits for local public policy, and this can better respond to the diverse needs of citizens in general, or even to the requirements of specific target groups. Evidence points to social innovation as a potential win-win option, but only if policymakers can learn from it instead of shirking their responsibilities by delegating their obligations. We explore these questions by comparing 7 international cases. We analyze experiences from cities where social innovation is highly institutionalized, like Oslo in Norway's social democratic welfare state, or Saint-Denis within the French continental model. We also examine Venice in a Mediterranean welfare state and Tokyo, where Japan's system is shifting from a continental to a more liberal model. We also explore cases where social innovation is less institutionalized, like Tel Aviv in Israel, which is also transitioning from a continental to a liberal model, and Barcelona within the Mediterranean welfare state. Lastly, we look at Portsmouth in the United Kingdom, a classic example of liberal welfare state. We hope you find this interesting.